What's up? Okay. So I'm very excited because I have tricked my favorite writers in Nashville right now to do a show with me. Tricked, not really. I asked them, and they were like, "Yeah," which I just feel crazy lucky to do because I don't know what I'm doing, and it just so happens that I like to make small events. So I was like, "Ooh, I could do it too if I put myself in the middle, like a whatever that is." I'm gonna not ask questions about that in my brain. Okay, regardless, very excited for this show, and I think I have a little lineup that feels good. So I'm filming it to see how long it is. We're currently at a minute, so and scene. So I will have just done the song "Smoke" with Shlomo, and then we're gonna roll into my set, which will be hopefully a very good time for folks. Ouch. I have two hairs coming out of this one pore. Ouch. Ay, mierda. Okay, I'm gonna bleed now. Okay, okay. Shut up. Got it. Right. Smoke. Speaking of smoke, I also have a song about fire, but this particular one is about more about heat that never turned into fire, you know. So here we go. Thanks for being here. Just side note. I've been breaking glass like I did last year. This hot July heat is cracking more than windshields. But if it breaks me open, I don't mind. If anything, it'll make me more like you. Open, broken, working through this scar to you. This hot July is breaking me, and the hot asphalt on which I stand reminds me of how it hurts to love you, and how I like it, and how I might get off if you let me in. But you run straight away, run straight away, you run. In this hot July heat, it's burning neuroses on my feet as I walk right off, trying to forget you, like you said I ought to. After breathing down my neck, snap the bracelet round my wrist. Oh, just friends I wish I could call bullshit. has burned some new souls on my feet. 'Cause I stood, I stand. Wish I could, but I can't forget you. Why wouldn't you want to forget somebody that doesn't show up for you? Really? Because sometimes making a world in your mind where they do and feeling safe outside of really being with them can be a beautiful painting game. And it feels something a little like I'm walking home and I see you there, standing next to the boxwoods with your long dark hair and the light dancing through the trees onto your feet where the sunflowers grow. I pause and smile, run to you and take your hand. How you feel like, But I'm so good at painting pictures like this in my mind that only exist behind my eyelids, where I'm the solo artist. You see, I put a plate over my teacup while it steeps because of you. And when I see you pacing around the room, all I can do is smile and wonder if I go back and forth behind your eyelids too, at night in broad daylight. But the weight of holding the brushes and the paints has become too heavy. Even though I am terribly afraid, I think it's time I show you this pretty little painting I've made. Looks a little bit like it's hard to tell a friend you're in love with them, but it might look a little something akin to a little baby. I wanna live with you. Maybe what do you think about friends? telling a friend that you love very much, that you love them very much romantically is sometimes a little bit hard, and it makes it easier to do that when you have like a good net around you, like friends and family members that you're like, what if my bestie's like nah, and then you ruin it. Anyway, it's important still to speak up, I think. So, can you tell somebody you love them? Go right ahead. This is your message to start trying to do that. But speaking of things that kind of can hold you up, and friends, and friends you can't fall in love with as a human are plants. And I like to do this thing where I sit next to people on a plane, and I write a poem for them. And one time this year, because I danced too hard by myself in my room, I couldn't walk, and I was sitting on my ass, and I was sad and alone, and thought I would ask the trees, and they make a really good community. Yeah, so they gave me 3 words, and I'm ever grateful because I think this is one of the sweetest songs. And also, speaking of friends, Shlomo wrote the other half of this, so here's to friends with things all around. I need your help. I don't remember the words. Okay. Blue wood door were the words they gave. Color blue looks something like you when the sky turns black and the stars shine through the curtains on your window pane. Can't tell you how nice it is to wake to your face. Wooden door hides the secrets that we both adore, and I wanna keep this forever, forever. In the starlight now flickers in and out. There's a window shade that keeps the world we found behind memory, in a picture frame, in a photograph that I didn't take. Oh, one door hides the secrets that we both adore, and I wanna keep this forever, 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 Thanks, Shlomo. That song literally gives me chills and makes me cry. Like, I didn't cry right now, but most of the time when I sing it, it makes me cry. Practice this. But I love it. I love it. And I when he handed me that and I didn't read it and I sang it through, I immediately just was like, well, that's it. So thank you for that. And this next song is called Races. This was also from the time that I was sat on my ass by shaking my ass a little too hard in my room by myself doing laundry. And I very quickly became aware of how if you can't use your body, it's a little bit hard to make it out here. And that's a tough thing. It's a tough thing to realize. Yeah. Not a huge fan of the way our society works right now. So anyway, that's what this is about. The races, I guess. Oh, the races. Oh, the races. The races where we clamber and climb over each other's bodies, run over each other's time. Oh, the races of this world. Oh, John, the races, you're old enough now, aren't you, girl? What if I don't like the time spinning my wheels around and round on somebody else's dime, chasing time? Oh, the races we choose to run. Gotta beat the seasons, make enough by the first of the month. But I don't like the races. Don't care if I come out first. So I spend my time by the creek beneath the sun, quenching my hoping someone will stop and take a glance. Yeah, what if we walk together to where we're going? Nice and slow, then nice and slow, with a hand to hold. Yeah, nice and slow. Do I have time for one more? Because I would, if we can, I'd like to hold some hands with the song. Because even though I don't like the races, I do have a full-time job at the Farmer's Dog to pay my bills so I can eat. And maybe I'm just not brave enough. You know, I've got the farm. I have the knowledge of like how to grow plants and how to do all that. I just don't have the help. Guess I don't. I don't have the hands. Maybe. Anyway, so we can hold hands together with this song for now. While the Farmer's Dog pays me. What I want to do is get this song recorded and then sell it to them so I can make real money and they can put it in commercials. So shout out to anybody in singing. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Can you tell I don't know how to play the guitar? Because this is like all of the chords. Anyway. Oh, right. So you need to know what to do. Sorry. We're going to do some folky fun with this one. So you're going to sing when I point at you with my finger guns. Since you're watching a Western, you know. Gotta keep it on brand. I'm going to point at you, and you're going to go like this, okay? Me and my dog. Me and my dog. Ready? Me and my dog. Me and my dog. And if your voice is lower. Me and my dog. Me and my dog. Perfect. Gotta freaking love Nashville. Alright, so when I point at you, you're gonna do that. Alright, and then when I go like this, you're gonna stop. Or just, you'll get it. You'll know when to stop. Here we go. Because sometimes the only person to hold our hands is our dog, if you have one. I don't, but I have a farmer's dog, and there are people here from there, so we're holding hands. Wake me in the morning, pull me into the sun. You make my heart beat faster, stronger, to watch your wild blood run. Me and my dog. Me and my dog. Just like it always was, just like it's always been, effortless best friend. Me and my dog, me and my dog. And when I'm feeling, I can always count on you to lead me home. That unspoken bond between us don't need no leash. Yeah, me and my dog. Me and my dog. Me and my dog. Me and my dog. Farmer's dog, biker's dog, walker's dog, runner's dog, lover's dog, fighter's dog, gardener's dog. Yeah, give me a little bit longer with me and my dog. Me and my dog. out there. All right, good night. Next up is Mara, and she's freaking great, and I love her, and yay. Okay, bye. What time? How much time? I have time. That was 26 minutes. Yeah, and I could have even not rushed the talking so much. So that's great. Yay! There's my show. There we go. There's my show. Great. Wowie. That feels so good. I really like this version of Races. I can't. I think it's really close to done. I've always felt like it's not quite right, but this is really close. And yeah, speaking of doing some more stuff together and holding hands, I may or may not have a song with Mara now, which takes me into 30 minutes or so, and then her into another set. So I guess I will come off the one with Shlomo, which means that I will be taking up about 30 minutes of time being up here, and then I'm going to hop back on with Hugh to do the Harvest. Which if it was him following me, I think I would do this song called Mortician and talk about, when you find someone to hold your hand, how sometimes, everything always goes and is to be cherished. And this song, I'm still working on it, so I don't know if it's going to go very well right now. But it's kind of dark. And it's just, everything ends, and everything's precious. And as someone that has worked in science and taken a life, and someone that has been a caregiver and watched a life leave a body, I just feel like I'm not too far off from what, death doesn't, I've been around it, I guess. Anyway, okay, I'll shut up now. Sing. Ambition brings her hands to the table. I'm unstable, yet the more I love you, the more I want to, the longer I love you, the more I want to, the more. Rigor mortis on those hands. F. You stay on the same strings too long, when it's just, they hurt and stay the same. Anyway, okay, yeah. And then I think it'd be fun to sing The Harpist after that. Potentially. But obviously that song's not done, so we gotta figure that out. But that's the idea.